Hey, welcome to the Scoot on the Air YouTube channel. I'm Scoot. Today is the day in 1966 that a teen magazine in the United States reprinted John Lennon's comment: "The Beatles are more popular than Jesus Christ." Now, let's go back to how the establishment felt about the Beatles. And ironically, today's establishment was the generation that supported the Beatles. That 60s generation is now the establishment. But at the time, their parents' generation collectively didn't like the Beatles. In fact, John Lennon was actually seen as a national security threat in the United States because of his position against the war in Vietnam. There were many, many attempts to deport John Lennon, and he had to go to court to fight for his green card. John Lennon had to fight deportation to stay in the United States. And I think the president at the time would have been, let's see. Well, at the time, the president would have been Lyndon Johnson. But it was later, a little bit later, when Richard Nixon really got on this campaign to get John Lennon out of the country, and used the Department of Justice and the FBI to try to get him out. And anyway, it didn't work. But let's go back to how the establishment felt about the Beatles. They didn't like them. They thought they were hippies. And again, we're talking about just the establishment in general. The media, representing the establishment, tried to discredit John Lennon. John Lennon said that the Beatles were more popular than Jesus Christ. He did say that. And so that headline was captured by the media for the purpose of making John Lennon look bad. Oh my God, John Lennon is saying the Beatles are bigger than Jesus Christ. He wasn't saying they were better than Jesus Christ, but that's what the establishment and the media wanted you to think, or wanted people to think, that John Lennon is saying the Beatles are better than Jesus Christ. That's not what he was saying. So, here we go back to 1966, and the media is doing what it does today. It's taking certain things out of context for the purpose of sensationalizing a headline. And that's what they were doing. John Lennon was not only condemned for saying that, but a huge controversy followed that. I mean, you can imagine the moral majority, the moral right back in the 60s. They were potent. 35 radio stations banned all Beatle records after this happened. In fact, this is the funniest part. Well, some Beatle records were destroyed too, en masse. But this is the funniest part. The KKK threatened John Lennon for saying that the Beatles are more popular than Jesus Christ. The freaking Klan got involved in this controversy. Because, the Klan, they were Christians. They thought they were good Christians, which of course was total bullshit. I mean, they weren't Christians. They claimed to be Christians. They claimed to be good Americans. They were just shit. Mean, hateful shit. All right, so John Lennon made this comment in an interview in March of 1966. And on this day, August the 4th, 1966, a teen magazine reprinted it, which stirred up the controversy once again. What John Lennon was saying was that teenagers were more infatuated with the Beatles than with Jesus Christ. And he was saying this to point out that's not right. It shouldn't be that way. This is the truth behind the intent of what John Lennon said, because when you look at it in context of the conversation that he had in this interview about which is going to last longer, rock and roll or Christianity, And John Lennon accurately predicted that in the future, and we're seeing it right now, Christianity would be under attack. It would be under attack because of the way Christians act. Christians have been the biggest detriment to Christianity. The way Christians act, and I don't want to get off into this topic, but the way Christians act in so many cases, it causes younger generations to go, "What the fuck? Wait, you're a Christian? You act this way? This is what you believe, and you're a Christian? Bullshit. I don't want to be a Christian then." A lot of young people have turned away from Christianity because of the way Christians act, because of the hypocrisy, the hate that comes from Christians. So John Lennon was making this bigger point about which will last longer, Christianity or rock and roll. Well, they're both still around. And in saying that younger people were more, saying that the Beatles were more popular than Jesus Christ was his way of saying that shouldn't be the case. But he was right. More young people were infatuated with the Beatles than with Jesus Christ. That's not new, for pop stars to be more popular than Christ or more popular than the leader of any religion. That's not that unusual. But again, I'm glad we have a chance here to set the record straight on this for those who still think that John Lennon was boasting and bragging, like, look at us, man, we're better than Jesus Christ. We're bigger than Jesus Christ. No, again, this was taken out of context for the purpose of making John Lennon look bad. And think about the irony here. John Lennon fought to stay in America. He went to court. There were deportation orders for him to leave the country. He fought those deportation orders. And what happened? He remained in America, where he was shot and killed. Thank you for joining me on the Scoot on the Air YouTube channel. Remember, my radio talk show is on WWL in New Orleans, but you can pick it up anywhere by downloading the app Odyssey, AUDACY, and type in WWL. And I'm on Monday through Friday in the afternoon, 1 to 4 Central Time. And again, I hope you have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed to the Scoot on the Air YouTube channel, please do. We'll give you a notice every time we do something new. And if you go back and look at some of the things that are already posted, some of the many videos, there's some interesting topics. One of the ones that was really popular recently, one of the most popular ones recently is titled Brandy Love, Conservative Porn Star. Is that possible? Can you be a conservative and a porn star? Yeah, apparently you can. Anyway, that's one of many videos on here. So the titles pretty much explain what they're about. Thank you for joining me on the Scoot on the Air YouTube channel.